What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the I'm Geeked Show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 200. 200, the finale of season 4. And what better way to start it off or end it or begin, whatever you want to call it, by just getting a little spooky for the last one. But before we get into that, Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Oh man, tough day. Definitely glad to just be here on the pod. Got a lot of stuff planned going forward after this podcast, and just a little break makes me sad, man. Makes me sad,
I
but
know.
we made it to 200, and that's like a crazy accomplishment. So I'm glad to be here on the pod.
Yes,
And
sir.
like always, G, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm excited to talk about it, but at the same time, I also want to just talk about like this last season and then what we got cooking up for season 5 too. But we'll get into that when the time is right. But first, let's get into the movie. Him. Okay.
Him. I'm him. That's all I think about.
Yeah, that is like classic though. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to forget that scene. And that's how we start the movie. But Chris, like going into watching it, like did the Twitter, internet spear get into your head a little bit about the movie before seeing it? Did you see anything before that would have
No,
not shaped
I
your
heard
mind, but
from
like
just from friends. I heard that went like on Thursday that it wasn't that great,
yeah.
and I was like, oh man.
I
And then I
know.
heard like maybe like a day before I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I heard it. That it wasn't actually produced by
When directed
um
or written,
written by what's his
Jordan
name?
Peele.
Jordan Peele,
Yeah.
which was like the kind of crazy because as many times as I saw it, I could have swore
Yeah.
all the articles that I read about it, they
It's
said
like,
like it was his next big spook and stuff like that. And then when it came out on the
yeah.
screen, it was
Just
like,
this
oh, that's the
production
movie.
company. Yeah. Turned out to be just this production company.
So I'm not gonna lie, I might have been a little bit biased as soon as I heard that and then watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into it. But did you get any of that feels before you saw the movie too, or anything leaked towards you?
Yeah. Yeah. It was all over my For You page, bro. I'm not going to cap.
Okay.
It was like, but it was more so from the standpoint of people didn't know that he didn't write it. They was looking at it from a stance of like them going to see it and be like, nah, he missed on this one. Like Jordan
Oh,
Peele, this was not it, like at all.
yeah.
And it's like, dang, like we believed in you, we trusted you, and this is what you give us type of energy. So I was like, oh man, it can't be that bad. Like, and then I saw Marlon on Kai's stream over the week, and he's just reiterating that people should just go and see the movie and not necessarily listen to like critics' initial takes, because it's like if you look at his history, which I never really looked at him as like a horror movie kind of person, because like every movie that he's in is like there's a comedic factor to it, but it's like if you really look at like a lot of his stuff, like he's in a lot of spooky stuff too at the same time, even though he probably is playing like a more not as serious character compared to this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't really put two and two together until after coming out of this movie. But going into it, I was just like, you know what? I'm just go in here with an open mind. I like the trailer. I like what I saw from the trailer initially. So I'm gonna just see what all the hubbub's about. I was surprised that it was only like an hour and a half. Did you see that?
Bro.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. I was like, dang, the movie over.
Yeah, exactly. So that was one thing that did surprise me after fact. I was like, dang, it's already over,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was pretty much like my initial like introduction. It was still like packed theater when I went though. Like everybody was still trying to go see it for themselves, but I was definitely like a little like I ain't gonna cap. I was scared going into it, bro. I was scared because I was like, bro, do I really want to do this right now? Like for the pods, for 200, you know? So it's like to go from like the high of Demon Slayer last week, which at the time we're recording this, I'm about to finish editing and that'll be out tomorrow. But then going into him for 200, it's like, dang, this the send off. This send off one. Like there was so much like built up on it. I was like, man, I just wanted it to be like decent. Like I wanted it to be good, you know. But I also don't want to be scared. So like there's like a whole you know, dynamic there that it's like I was just like, bro, I'm just nervous at this point. I'm just but yeah, so I guess at that point we could just get kind of into the movie. You know, first thing is first, Chris. As a football fan, we don't gotta talk about NFL. I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. It's not our week this week, okay? It might not be our season. I'm speaking about the Cowboys. Y'all still got a chance. Y'all still got something in the tuck, right? Did you feel like this movie did the game justice as far as like what the, you know, kind of things that they were doing and like just knowing how the draft works and like, you know, did it feel like football enough for you to be like, you know, this is like a football kind of movie?
You know, that's just like the best question ever, because I think that's a good one to start with whenever you tell someone you saw this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely really deep in like drafting and the GM aspect of football organizations, building teams. And it's just so weird because I don't feel like it's that difficult to kind of understand. And when this movie first started, there were just extreme questions that I was like, yo, did y'all just have like a normal football junkie just come and tell you like, nah, wouldn't happen like this, or this wouldn't happen like this? Like something blatant as he's supposed to be this generational prospect, the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. And then he's thrown at the combine. They're not sure if they're gonna pick him.
He's supposed to throw at the combine.
Yeah, supposed to throw at the combine.
Yeah.
And I'm
very
just
Shador,
like
very Shador-esque.
but it's like the way they were talking about this man, it was not the same. Like they said something really, we're getting very football-y. Oh, he has 4 years of tape on it. I'm like, oh, so you're not that good. Like you're not him. Like
if he was really like that, he wouldn't have stayed 4 years. He'd been out of there.
Yeah, you would not have stayed 4 years.
True.
Like
That's very true.
So it was just like, so I would say like they didn't like hit it like on the mark of how it really would go with some type of generational GOAT like quarterback. But it was solid enough. Like I see if someone was making a movie around like drafting the next potential big time player, they're trying to hype it up like, oh, you guys have so much on him, he can't miss. And you got this great quarterback, 8-time Super Bowl champion in a way, whatever you want to call this new league. And he's going to replace them. But it's like so many questions. Like they just won, yet they're at the top.
Yeah.
And it's like, did this brain injury cause him to fall down the board that much? And then again, just like in draft logic, bro, you ain't falling down to the team that just won. Like, this
and
ain't
when is your agent the one answering questions at the like?
The way the agent was answering questions wild. That is not
like I bro. At that moment in the movie, I was like, okay, all right. I feel like they're trying to like make it as extreme as possible to like get the point across. That's like, yo, this is football, y'all. Like, get ready. Kinda. You know, they kind of exaggerated a little bit.
It was really meant to just build up this steam that he has to go to this location and prove that he's him. Like overall, that he is worth all the hype. But it was just like you could have just fixed it a little bit. Like, hey, I'm the number one prospect. Blah blah blah. I'm not working out at the combine, but if teams trying to holler, like I'll do a private workout. It ain't that hard. They do this.
See, this is the thing though too. So, like, if he had just gotten completely undrafted, right? Like we saw that whole scene, and then because of the injury,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then he gets the call to be like,
Yeah.
yo, come to this workout, because it's like if they just won the championship, they're not gonna have the first pick.
Exactly. Like,
So it's
just,
like there's give and take. Like you said, there's always give and take with spooky
Yeah.
movies.
and like you said, that one makes even more sense of why
Yeah.
he would be so desperate to go out in the middle of the desert
Mhm.
and do this.
Yeah.
And it's not like a crazy thing that you'd have, because even when he was standing next to Marlon, like,
Yeah.
Marlon is sitting there looking like 6 feet tall, and he's looking like Cam Newton out there. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I see it. There's potential over here. Like,
Yeah.
so,
You know,
yeah, I just thought the football aspect, it was a little off, but they were just trying to build up the hype of why it's so important for him to prove himself, even though it's like, this is not how a draft prospect would have worked out, especially if I'm a top pick.
Yeah.
And my agent would have been like, you either want me or you don't. I don't know.
Yeah. Like that's very true. And just like the premise of like just getting bodied like that and nobody is there to witness it,
Yeah.
because like I think like once you get past that, then you can get to like the psychological warfare that goes on throughout the movie, just because of the injury, on top of like all the crazy stuff that they got him doing. But like I think just like as a premise, like to start it off with this, like these aspirations of being the best and watching your favorite player win a championship, but freaking destroy his leg, like that was gruesome the way it went down. I'm like, yo, how'd that even happen? And your dad immediately be like, nah, that's it right there. Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like having that whole moment of like just like affirmations and thinking like, oh, this is wholesome at the same time gruesome. Like, and finally coming of age, and then it's like, okay, now it's like my time to do it. My time to be this quote unquote guy. And I just think like I feel like they got the spark notes for how football's supposed to go, and they kind of went off script a little bit to make it as movie like fantastic as you can kind of get it. They kind of set us up for like what we're going to see. So I that's why I was like, that's like my first question to Chris, because Chris is our resident GM expert on the show. Yeah. So I was just wondering, I'm like, yo, like, because I think for me, I'm definitely more like player centric when it comes to sports. A little bit less now that I'm playing Dynasty all the time. I just like kind of like building my program, but that's another topic. Topic. Okay, so go through that whole process. We meet his family. He meet his agent. The agent's the same agent as Isaiah White, who Marlon Wayans plays. That's a little spooky.
Makes sense.
But it's like, okay, LeBron got Ben Simmons, you know what I'm saying, on the squad, Clutch Sports, all this other stuff. We've seen this before. I've seen this movie before, right? Then the movie actually starts when we pull up on a property. And, it's like, all right, now it's really spook time. You know what I'm saying? But the next question that I got for you before we dive a little bit more into like what's actually happening is like the symbolism, because that is what struck me first about this movie, from the name of the team to like,
the fan bases,
the
Catholic or how would you say it? Like I don't know, it's not Roman, like
Celtic or something. The letterings,
the
lettering,
like knights, like the like
I don't know what you're talking
about. Catholic knights.
Oh,
because the mascot was like a knight, and then also it was a goat. Like they had all this like medieval themes with Catholicism. And I was like,
my brain went demonic. I don't know. I just saw that and was like, oh, that's weird. So it's like, but it was like my brain was looking at the fact that the jersey was Saviors, and then
Saviors. San Antonio Saviors.
And then it was like white under there. I'm like,
white jersey.
Grady Dick vibes. You know what I'm saying? If you know, it's like, what are we doing here? I'm trying to give him space. I'm trying to give him space, let him cook a little bit, but it's like, the the whole goat thing, and then like I'm thinking it's like a personality, not so much the mascot per se, but you know, I was just starting to notice a little things about like just like not like you said, the fan base and everything that goes on like while we're here. So we pull up to the crib, and guess what Isaiah White is doing? Taxidermy. What is up with that? Okay, I get hobbies, but like he say, like live off the land. Ain't nothing living out there.
Yeah.
You know. But that's besides the point. What was your first impression of Isaiah White, the person, not the athlete that we got to meet for the first time in this like first act? Did you see right through him? Did you feel like, you know, there's something deeper here, or you just like, nah, he really finna get this, you know, big bro right now and put him on type beat?
No, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it was the feeling like he's about to put him on, because he asked him like, it's just so weird. A lot in this movie with the symbolism and everything going on, and the title of him, and
Yeah.
you know, quarterbacking and being the GOAT. All that kind of plays a part in like every scene. And the very first question or statement he asks him is, like, do you know what it means to be like a quarterback or and stuff like that? And the guy just gives like a generic like winning.
Yeah.
But it would kind of like, as if you would meet a figure like that, like that's some statement that they would say to you, and you'd be like, all right, this man mean
He locked
business.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
Like, yo,
sure.
what does it mean to be a quarterback, and gave this like whole history about it. And then it's kind of like, all right, now I'll come back here and let's get some work.
Yeah.
And it just made me think like, yo, this guy sees the vision, and is trying to pull it out of you, you know, like he knows that probably players aren't there, but it's like, nah, let me get you hip to like what this actually means.
Yeah.
Now it goes down a dark hill after that.
It does turn. It does turn. Yeah.
Yeah. My initial impression was like, yo, all right, this is a elite player that's about to spit some game to this you know, incoming rookie.
Yeah. So this was the moment for me in the movie where I was like, oh, this actually might be better than what people said. Because the whole movie really is just, you know, Isaiah speaking life into Cam to return, take that life essentially, which is like what we'll get into a little bit later. But like initially going into that moment, I was like, oh, like, nah, like they might know ball for real if they're having this kind of type of conversation, you know? Because it's like you said, like Cam is going into this joint, you know, wide-eyed, like doesn't really know what to expect. Just know this is like an opportunity. He was at a real low just because of like his performance and like what he could and couldn't do. And like, you know, just freaking head trauma from just getting hit in the head with a hammer, bruh. So it's like, you know,
and it's essentially his favorite player, the team he rooted for, the team his dad rooted for. So it's everything is coming into play of him going there and like trying to perform well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of those types of moments and those type of conversations throughout that I just really enjoyed. And I was like, oh no, Marlon Wayans is actually in his bag this time, like for this movie, you know? And I also wanted to ask you too, like when you was watching it, was there any moment that you was like, oh no, this is where the spookiest part starts? Or was it like kind of like just looming, like it never got there for you?
So it originally started with the painting right before we meet Marlon. That painting with the little children in the back gathered around like 4 or 5, and they're gathered around something. I was like, yep. If that's in your house, as soon as I walk in, I gotta walk out.
Yeah.
Like that's not a happy painting just to be having up in your house.
Right.
And then whenever we met the wife, it was just immediately I was like, yep, this is gonna be some type of witchiness. Like she's gonna be in on it like 1,000,000%. Like she either has helped him gain all this power somehow, and I don't want to get too podcasty, but
yeah.
They'd be having the stories about how they, you know, you get up and then they would give you the wife,
Everything.
and then yeah.
Everything.
So then there was one more scene which it just like solidified it. I think it was like in the bathtub after the first normal practice of when they had that whole font in red that said like fun, like day one.
Yeah.
It was in like the ice bucket, ice bath,
Mhm.
and underneath was like that triangle and like had extra lines, and I was like, yeah, that's a spooky symbol right there.
Yeah.
And if that's in your house, my friend's house, I gotta
Yeah.
go. I gotta text you like, yo, what's up with these symbols, man? I get
Yeah.
so but the main thing was that really weird painting. I need to go back to see what it was, but it just gave me the creeps, and I was like,
Mhm. Yeah.
Was there a certain part earlier before you got to the mansion, or was it in the mansion too?
It was the mansion too. But like it was more so like just the little things that like made it like spooky. Like just like when the movie gets real quiet, you're kind of just waiting for something to happen. But like at this point in the movie, it was still a lot of stuff that I had already seen in the
Trailer.
The trailer, yeah. But like at this point, like when he initially got hit and it was by like the mascot, whatever, I didn't know that was a mascot. I was like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
So like I think for me that's like really when it really like started to like change a little bit, but it was more
I
so
thought he
like
died.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of things in like scary movies where something like that happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep watching the movie as if he's just injured.
Right.
But in the back of my mind,
right,
this dude might be dead already. like
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
But I don't really think it came back into play. But sometimes scary movies go like that. But
yeah, because like my brain went to just like, okay, this is just like not PTSD, but like a mind thing where it's like you got swelling of the brain, so like he's seeing stuff, like
true,
not so much that all this is happening in reality.
Because how do you sneak up on bro?
Exactly,
he's in a field by himself, and
they did that thing where the ball was just spinning, and I was like, oh, this is just like the shoe, or this is just like the thing from Inception, the little top thing, spin top.
Yeah, because he wasn't under anything yet, technically.
Yeah. So I'm like, how does that happen? So I was operating from a sense of like, okay, this is just going to get pretty much a little bit more spookier, but not to the point where I'm like clutching my pearls if I had pearls.
Yeah.
To like it wasn't like weapons where I'm like, I don't know what the heck is going on. It's like, all right, this is football.
Yeah.
I think that grounded me a little bit to the point.
I think so too. I think
it does. It's not gonna go too crazy,
Yeah.
But okay, so we get into like the first couple days of the training, and like, what was your favorite like kind of drill, I guess, that they did, or like scenario that they had going on? If there,
I mean, it was that had to be poised like day 2 when he's throwing to the receivers, the free agents. Like it was just so good, man. Like that was so something. I need to see you hit these routes. Yeah.
I like the 2-second part. I was like, yeah. Bro. And I was like, that's when I was like, okay, nah, they really do know ball. Cause I'm like, that's how long you get. Blindside.
Yeah, like, you elite if you getting this ball off in 2 seconds. Like
yeah. And he was talking to me like, come on, let's go. Do you really want this? Da, 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 da. I was like, oh,
I love all the talking. He was trying to be encouraging. He was yelling at them. He was like, he was doing everything. Like, I don't know. We gotta replace you. Like, I was like, all right, yeah. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, my favorite was the Bull in the Ring one. Essentially, like Bull in the Ring. Essentially, I don't know when it got banned, but it got banned at some point. Where it's like he was just doing like the scramble drill or whatever. Essentially, and everybody was coming to tackle him, and he actually met the tackler and hit him first before he got hit. And I'm like, yo, what is this? What's going on? It's Mortal Kombat. Like this joint turned into like you could see the X-ray of everything, and Cuz started seasoning, and they started singing. I don't know what
like a fight song or
well, nah, it's like the thing you say at the end of church. It's like, I don't know what you call it, benediction song. It was like a benediction song.
Oh, for real? Was it?
Yeah, it was like, everybody say amen.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's that part. And
yeah,
I was like, oh nah, this is weird. There's something do
yeah,
I need to leave? Like what's going on? You know? So I think for me that was like when I was like, okay, nah, this is different. This is different. So at this point, I'm still enjoying the movie.
yeah.
You know? But like if I had to pick a drill, that's probably the one because I'm like, yo, no quarterback does that. You know, and they gave him a linebacker helmet as
Mm.
well. And he pointed that out. And I was like, that is true. I just noticed that, you know?
And around that part was when they were really testing like his motivation. It was like, is this something
Mm-hmm.
like Cam really wants?
Yeah.
Like you better show that this is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like him smacking him, causing that trauma again. That they said like, we don't know if you can have any more of these type of injuries or
Yeah. You gotta prove
head
yourself.
issues.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like him saying like, no, I want it that bad that I
Mm-hmm.
don't even care. So it was
I'll
like,
attack it instead of getting attacked, you know, flip the switch
exactly.
on them. And like even the back and forth between the players of like him bringing up his dad who passed that, I was like, why they do that? You know, why did that have to be the thing? And we find out later why, but I won't say why yet, but I might not say why. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Because it's not. I won't say it's integral to the whole story, but it means something at the end. Um, but like yeah, like that really was a moment where I was like, oh nah, they on some other stuff for sure.
Yeah.
It's not just football no more, you know. Because it's like to do that and then just be chanting like the first dude, I felt like I seen that in the trailer, so I wasn't really super surprised at that. I was just wondering if Young is
Yeah.
gonna keep getting back up. That was my thing, you know. So um that's what I'll say to that. But like I think for me, the spookiest part of the movie was definitely the sauna. The
Oh yeah.
sauna, because like when I was watching it in the theaters, I feel like I was the first one that had seen the lady popping out the sauna.
Overall.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. And then everybody reacted like a couple seconds later when she like got the elbow out or whatever. I'm like, yo, how'd she get in there? You know? Because this is a recurring character that is like jump scare worthy like throughout the different conversations that they're having, because like it's a really cool content loop, I guess you could kind of say, or pacing of like they'll go through this really intense training session, but then like they'll have some real like conversations from a mental side, like whether it's like for ice bath like we were talking about before, or it's a sauna, or it's like what do you call it, physical therapy, whatever the case may be. And then something crazy happened, and cuz say like, yeah, I'm about to go watch film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all, what is he watching? Like I wanted to see that. But what did you think about that scene? And like was that the scariest part of the movie for you, or did you ever get scared? Because you're a vet, so you might not have been
No,
scared the whole
not in
time.
this one. I didn't really
Okay.
get scared in this movie. But what was funny about that sauna scene is I literally thought, all right, just how scary movies go. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, this gonna be the sex scene. There gonna be
Uh,
some baddies around the corner that he done sent,
mm-hmm.
and he's gonna like tempt them or whatever. So I
Yeah.
thought that was gonna be the scene.
Yeah.
Uh, and then
A little premature.
Shorty just hopped out beneath him, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, wait a minute! I didn't expect it like this." Like,
Yeah.
because I was like, "That's way too creepy." Just to like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, bro, I'm heading out the sauna, and then you have like
Random
like a
fan.
whole mistress, yeah, like just
Yeah.
waiting underneath the bench in the sauna. Like, ain't
Yeah.
no way, bro, got it like that. Like that's
Yeah.
how I was thinking. And then I was like, "Oh no, that's that one girl." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, you're gonna have to kill her." Like,
Mm-hmm. It's gotta go.
um,
I was surprised the way he choked her out though. That's not what I would have did. I wouldn't have done nothing in the movie because it's a movie, but I'm just saying that's not my first thought, just to choke somebody out.
I mean, he was wired. He already been juiced up by all the injections
Mm-hmm.
the doctor was giving him. So
Yep.
by then, I
That
expected his
bloodlust.
recklessness to come
Mm-hmm.
through.
Yeah. But That was crazy.
That was creepy. That was a creepy part though.
Like that was probably like the creepiest part in the movie to me. Like as far as like if you're gonna show a scene from the movie, I think that's the one.
Like in a sauna? How?
Yeah. Because it's like they kind of calm you down. Like I was like, all right, like he needs the extra time to kind of get back right, get his mental right, and it's like, nah, trauma, more trauma. No. But you did bring something up, which is the women, and that's a part of the, I guess you can call it, culture of NFL and just like Hollywood, sports, professional sports, all that is like the temptation side of things. Like they established early on in the movie that he has a girlfriend. They've been going steady, you know what I'm saying, for this whole time. And it's like you get tempted by the wife, who was played by Julia Fox. I told you before the pod, I first saw her in Adults. I think I think it's called Adults. The show called Adults. And I was like, who is this lady? And I was like, oh, that's the lady from the show. So they have a night of nights, you can call it that, and we wake up to a blicky, bruh.
Yo, man was posted in the corner with the Jordans on.
Yeah. And I'm just like, bro,
off-white Jordans too. Like,
I'm like, no, this might be it. Because we don't know what happened. It was one of those type of nights. Like, we don't know what happened. He just trying to, stay calm.
Yeah, like they don't actually show if something really did happen. They just kind of show him that he was drinking. They was all dancing. They was tempting him, and he wakes up in the bed, and it is kind of left up to interpretation. But Isaiah, right?
Yeah.
He comes up to Cam with a gun and is just like, "Did you do it?"
Yeah.
And then what was his quote? It was something like, it's not exactly this, but it's like if you was him, like you wouldn't care what your girlfriend thought. I was like, this guy different. This guy is
you wouldn't care if you hurt your girlfriend's feelings, essentially. Something like that. Yeah.
I was like, bro, we are in the crazy asylum right now of training arcs.
It didn't take that for me to be like, nah, this man crazy. It's when you scratching your head with the blick and like doing all this stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, he's kind of going crazy right now. You know? But what do you do in that scenario?
A plus.
Yeah. And it's like, what do you do in that situation? Like, you just got to stay, no sudden movements, like, so, and that's when, at that point, I was like, all right, like, there's probably not going to be that much left into the movie. Cause it's like, we're going by days at this point. And it's leading up to 7. And by this time, my brain is already like processing, like, all right, how do I think this thing is going to end? Like,
where is your brain at? Because I had a crazy theory.
My brain was like, it was going to be a whole Orochimaru type of situation. Where,
exactly, yeah.
Like, he's going to basically he's going to steal Cam's body, but like, keep his own body somehow. Yep. And because they had the whole gladiator speak from the doctor earlier on in the movie, and it's like, like football has basically become the new gladiators. I was like, oh yeah, like at some point, I knew it was going to be a point where they was probably going to have to fight, but it's like, nah, that solidified it for me. I was like, yeah, at some point he's going to try to steal his youth or his I guess that's it, steal his youth essentially, so he can continuously keep playing. I'm like, dang. So did he have to do this every year to win the Super Bowl? He won like 8 straight.
Like we on to you, Tom Brady. Like, we see what you did.
I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
Well, Tom Secrets is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, LeBron spent $1 million on his body. Might be $1 billion at this point. We don't know.
LeBron, you next. We're going to find out in a documentary.
Yeah. Release the files. It's like, no, stop. But yeah, so like that was the moment for me where I was like, bro, like, yeah, no, this is actually like not as bad as what people would say to me.
Yeah.
And
I felt like there was still good enough mystery leading up that I still too thought an
yeah.
Orochimaru situation where they were just injecting his body to get him ready for like some type of
Hmm.
spiritual transfer so he can continue being him for like eternity or whatever, just forever
Yeah.
and ever him, you know.
Yeah. But it's one thing to have the idea, it's another thing to execute it. I feel like the execution of like the final kind of act or whatever, I like the resolution, but I didn't really like how we got there, if that makes
Yeah, yeah.
sense. You
I
know, I
agree.
feel like for it to end in just this random room way it did. I didn't hear what he had said because I have to watch that scene again. But the final scene of when Cam actually wins, um the initial fight, I was like, what did he say? He's like I don't even know what he said. I wish I could have rewinded it. But it was just a moment where I was just like, man, I feel like they could have dragged it out a little bit longer to kind of like really bring in the point, because it was a lot of just like stumbling around. Let me get my final monologue and like then we're
Yeah.
gonna do the thing, you know. So I feel like if anything that could have been better. But I like the resolution in the end. But at the point of the resolution, I was like, oh yeah, nah, I wouldn't recommend this junk to nobody. But was good. It was a good watch though. It was a good watch for sure. But like, what was your reaction to kind of that whole like last, you know, act? Like, cause
Yeah.
at that
So
point
like
they kind of like smushed stuff together. It kind of went
like
fast.
the pre-last act when it's just them two in the red room.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, but it did just feel like it didn't do it. It just wasn't the climactic scene between the two main characters that we've been following the whole movie
Yeah.
should have been. And I wasn't sure if it was Marlon's words or the way it was set up. It just didn't feel as impactful.
Yeah.
Um
Because it's
and they just
like
could have done better. Maybe just rewritten it.
all we done is see him talk this whole time. You know,
Yeah.
like so we didn't really got to see him be him. So like the power that he is seeking, the power that like um that he is like kind of coaxing Cam to really break into or embrace. It's like we never really got to see him do it. We just have to bank on the fact that like, nah, he's like that because they say he is. You
Yeah.
know? So when it comes down to the final fight, it's like, all right, like I know who's gonna win here because we haven't seen you done nothing the whole movie. You know? Like
Yeah, and it's like I kind of do wish they would have done something in the style of like that, like my favorite drill, where
mhm,
they're both going back and forth and like just kind of
Oklahoma.
showing who's maybe
Mhm.
like I kind of feel like that would have been weird because they're two quarterbacks, but you know at
Yeah,
least some
true.
type of competition where they're not just beating each other up because it just
Yeah.
kind of felt like at that point like okay like
Mhm.
whoever just wins this scrum because all you're saying is now we have equal power
Yeah.
of the so it's like a level playing field, but now we're just gonna fight. So it was just kind
Right.
of like I'm not sure that that was the best way of
Like
going
they should
about
have
it.
literally done a Coliseum style of situation where it's like, all right, we got
Yeah,
the GMs and stuff up top that's judging it, and then
yeah,
we're gonna go through like maybe not drills, but like these, scenarios or whatever, and see who's going to win, who come out on top, like based
yeah.
on
And even if
everything we've
it's like
seen so
they
far.
slowly get injured and they still
Yeah.
have to perform like that to me that would have been legit. But
Hmm.
yeah. So I didn't really like that red roomish scene. And then what the moment he walks out, it definitely goes into what a lot of scary movies go into. Like we're in this new realm of what in the world is going on.
Yeah. Very
Um,
weapons esque.
yeah.
Like the end of
And
weapons was like it just went to 11 out of nowhere.
yeah, it's one of those 11 type scenes, and me personally, I did like it. I thought it
Hmm.
was cool, and I thought it kind of like came full circle with Cam, kind of like uh
Hmm.
taking control of his life, and they use that scene to like symbolize it, like
Yeah.
um I'm gonna make my own decisions and stuff like that. Um,
Because he
but
said, "I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna earn it." Like that was his
yeah,
whole thing. Like he don't want nothing given. But then like their whole argument is like, "Nah, we set this whole thing up for you this whole time.
yeah,
We done
exactly.
groomed you to be this person." It's like, nah, like you know. So that's why I feel like the words is good.
Yeah.
But the execution just like didn't hit to the point where I'm like, oh man, this was amazing, because we already had not the climax, but like the climactic end to, you know, who's actually going to be him or not, you know.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I definitely think there was definitely different ways they could have went about it. And then I feel like that whole party, that last party scene where you first get to meet the owners and stuff like that, and you see the final moments with the doctor, and just like how that whole thing ended, I was like, that was kind of just unnecessary. We don't seen enough.
Yeah.
We don't seen enough of the gore to get the point of the movie. That's why I feel like this was a good idea, but like it just wasn't enough, like meat on the bone, essentially.
Yeah, I agree.
Do the whole thing, and maybe it's like if you don't have monkey paw productions behind you, does this movie come out? That's what it kind of raises the question too at that point.
And this movie does have a lot of good like symbolism, good like effects. Like
not
I do
good
like
symbolism. It has symbolism in it.
It has some crazy symbolism.
There you go. There you go. I gotta clean it up.
And I do like the skeleton effects and all that type of stuff. Some imagery stuff was really cool that they did with like the helmet and like the blurriness,
the lights, colors, all that.
And the two main actors, I think they do a really great job. It's just definitely weird execution, and like you said, when we're going into this like weird dark places and dark tones, they kind of just got to do it a little better and make it more meaningful. And even at the very end, my last point would be, as cool as I thought it was, I still kind of felt like other scary movies like ramp it up more, where there's at least more fear, more dread of like what's going on. It just kind of felt like Cam, once he got the power, he was in control of the whole situation, when there clearly was like another presence that was still creeping about in that area, that I'm like, bro, I don't know if that's how it would actually go down in this situation. But so it's just like certain scary movies, this one just needed someone else to touch that last evil scenes up more.
Yeah, it needed weight to it.
Yeah.
By just saying that you had predecessors who were mentors who you know took this power from, and you just showing us some random jerseys, doesn't mean anything at that point. It's just words. So like if they had like specific numbers of like some goats at their position, not necessarily the same color scheme, the same jersey, I feel like it would get a little crazy. They didn't want to. I feel like I get a little crazy, because it's like, what you trying to say, you know?
Yeah.
But like so at least something to where it's like, I feel like, you know, because like, I don't know, I'm not finna disrespect nobody's number, but it's like the number thing was like, to me, I was like, yeah, like, you know, because I feel like Cam being 0 makes sense. It's like he's just trying to be great, you know. A little bit weird number for a quarterback, but and then you had what's his name, who was 10, right? Isaiah was 10.
I think it was 10.
He was 10. I'm just like, yeah, he probably should have been like 7 or something, like, because it's 7 days or something like that. I don't know, but like that's like the generic quarterback number too. But yeah, not as bad as what people said. That's kind of my main takeaway at the end of it. You got anything else for the people?
I'm glad the main character could throw a football.
Okay.
Because sometimes movies like this, you'd be seeing the flaws in like the you know, it's a quarterback, and you're looking at him like, this person does not play quarterback at all. So shout out to that. And then in the very beginning, I really hated like when it first came on.
Routes.
Yeah. In the very beginning, I really didn't like his family when he was young and they had that flashback. The acting was really bad to me, and it made me just immediately, when it turned on, I was like, uh-oh.
I think the dad was good though. I think the dad was good, but everybody else kind of just like.
But them cheering for like your team winning, or it was off. Like I was like, this ain't right.
Well, we ain't never seen our teams do that, so it's like,
nah. But
we don't really know what it's supposed to feel like yet. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think we hit pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hear what you.
If we say any more, we're gonna sell the whole movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like we hit the main things we're supposed to hit, though. What you gonna say though?
I'm excited to hear what you would give this movie.
Okay. So I can go first.
Go first.
For him, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Because I think that if we just looking at this joint in a vacuum, bruh, and you don't have the Jordan Peele side of things on your brain, it's not that bad. Like, it's actually like, I feel like you also gotta have an interest in football too to get to some of the little nuances of it. But like, the performances was good, the production of it was good, and the actual words like made sense for the most part, and they have things that like they have payoffs, they have stakes. They might not be the highest stakes, but like they're high enough to where it's like at the end I feel good about what actually transpired, and it's just like it's a different kind of movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like it was unique enough to at least be a 7.5, and I put that 0.5 on there because I don't think it was mid, but I think it was better than what people said. So that's why I give it a 7.5.
Okay.
But as a resident scary movie expert, Chris.
Yeah.
What are you giving him out of 10?
So it's a little tough for me. I want to feel like it's a 6. It kind of comes off spooky. As meh. Yeah. It kind of comes off as like meh for me. Like after I watched it, I was like, it could have got there. Mm-hmm. But when I think about like, I did enjoy watching the movie. I think if you are interested in football, it does have a lot of stuff where you're like, okay, this is cool. Mm-hmm. And I do think the two main stars are really good in it.
Yeah.
And like we already alluded, the symbolism is definitely there. If you're looking at the movie, things Face do value. Match up. Yeah. Things do match up. Things do make sense. It's just kind of like that execution never peaks when it really needs to.
Mm-hmm. To take it to that next level.
Yeah. And then the fact that it doesn't have that spook factor in it throughout, mm-hmm. also I think dings it a lot. So overall, it just comes across as like an okay film. Mm-hmm. But I did enjoy it. Would I recommend it? No.
Yeah.
Man, but
I wouldn't recommend it to see in theaters.
Oh man, even when it comes out on TV, man, like it might be one of those like, hey, if you're interested in football, maybe give it a go, because it's just such a weird type of movie. It's like,
I don't think it was streamed well.
I don't think so. I just think that they definitely should have leaned in more into the psychological aspect of like something you allude to, like maybe it's in his brain the whole time after, like a CTE situation.
Maybe if he was running back.
With them. Maybe, maybe, but and then jump into the whole dark side of it to ramp it up all the way at the end. I just think it just misses the mark and just needed a little bit more fine, touching to really get both the fun parts of a horror movie and then also like deliver on the end of the wackiness of how crazy it can get when you deal with like these entities and him. Mm-hmm. And being the GOAT. But yeah, I think I'll stick with a 6. I don't think it's as bad as like a 5. I'll just say it's like a not too bad. Don't fully feel like I wasted my time, but would I really recommend anyone to like see it? Probably not.
Yeah. Do you think it being an hour and 30 minutes helps the score?
That's a good point.
I think if it was longer, it might have been worse. Like I feel
Yeah,
I
it
feel
would
like
have
they maxed
dragged.
out. I felt like they maxed out in this joint
Yeah,
for
it,
what
it
they
just
had.
feels like they lost the room, and something you said also that was on the money. That's scene with them in the owners and the red like club area. It just seems like it's extra for no reason.
Yeah.
Like
It's like, oh, he drank the thing. But it's like, what's in the thing? Y'all ain't showed it. Like, we don't know what that's supposed to be, you know?
yeah, and I thought originally it was gonna be like a symbolism of him like doing the deal
Yeah.
with them, but
Mm-hmm.
then it wasn't. Like there was
Yeah.
another scene about that.
Yeah.
So it does kind of feel
We
like
gotta actually sign the paper.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like I would have thought more time would help this movie, but maybe it would just help me like envision what happens afterwards. But overall, I think they did run out of the creative juice
The
with
good
it.
stuff.
So yeah, the runtime is kind of perfect. Hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Clean cut, gone, get out of there.
You know who did that kind of scene better though? Ironheart. Because it was ambiguous until the end. It's like, did they do it? I don't know. Did they do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
This one that was like, nah.
Yeah, no.
It was just like, you know what? Gore. We're just gonna go out with a bang, literally.
Yeah, because they could have left it with some type of ambiguous nature of does he go off and is he using like his actual talents or is he using like the power of the beast?
Yeah. Did he get drafted?
Yeah.
You know? Because there's what, 31 other teams out there. You know?
Yeah.
Oh. Something to think about. Something to think about.
Yeah.
But let us know what y'all think about him in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more. Chris. Been a heck of a ride, man. Been a heck of a ride. More to come. Season 5. There's no exact date of when we coming back, because it's going to be on a good movie, I think. Like, we got to see what we're going to see by the time we come back. But heck of a run. I'm excited. I feel like for the most part, like as far as like editing goes, like I feel like we about to hit that next step of like, yeah, we finna actually take it there. Now that I got all the stuff how I really wanted to present it to y'all gonna see a lot more stuff on the way. And then yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. You got anything else before we get into what we geeked about? Thoughts on season 4 and stuff like that? Anything?
Man, I hope in season 5 the TV shows
They get
fix
better.
them. I'm not even gonna say get better. I hope they fix them because there's definitely some weird higher up juju going on that's messing up these shows. And man, I don't know if season 5 is gonna get fixed, but I need them to be. So
okay,
we'll see, man.
All right, what you geeked about, bro?
2 things. One, shout out to Dembele for winning a Ballon d'Or for PSG on PSG, and
What's that? MVP?
probably his pretty much
Yeah.
over
or is it
Yamin
more like
Yamal.
Was it more like the Golden Glove type of thing, or the
Nah, it's more like MVP, like best overall player for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I mean, I'm gonna say he deserved it, but yeah, it just feels good.
It's like, nah.
Yeah, definitely biased. It just feels good. Like he's definitely not a type of player that you would think would win again when all the other prospects, there's a chance they could win again.
Right.
And I mean, PSG won the Champions League, so it's
narrative, good narrative.
Yeah, good narrative, good stuff. So
good storyline.
That's first and foremost. Gotta get me a Dembele jersey, and then man, I want to go see Infinity Castle again, bro. But to announce it, I've bought the manga.
Oh,
I did it.
The whole thing.
I'm gonna finish it up.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do it, G.
Wow.
I can't do it.
Wow.
I can't do it, Pod.
Dang.
So I'm gonna read ahead.
That changes everything.
And it's gonna be it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to hold back once the part 2 comes out.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
crazy.
2027. And what else? What else? Dan and Dan ended. Sad.
I didn't
And
finish it.
it kind of makes sense where they ended because I personally, when the season started, I didn't know where they would end because I didn't really think the mangas had a good stopping point. But where they stopped, it made a lot of sense, and I was like, okay, cool.
Okay,
And dang, it's gonna
I
take
gotta
too
catch
long
up.
for it. Yeah, it's gonna take too long for this next season to catch up. To come out. That
Mhm.
for sure, every volume that drops, I'm just gonna read ahead. I'm
You locked
not
in.
playing any games, but yeah. And whatever happens with this Demon Slayer version, it might go to JJK. It might happen to JJK also. Like
Mm.
I might have to
That might be your new content loop, bro. You might just be a reader now. Straight up reader, then
maybe
rewatch.
they just expensive, bro. They're like $10, $11 a pop. I'm like,
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
Just less Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's Pokemon. And I think that's it. When it comes to watching stuff, there's just a lot of new stuff that I'm supposed to be watching that I just haven't started yet.
Yeah. Give us an
That I'm just
example.
kind of like, so I'm supposed to watch this vampire my
Oh,
interview with the vampire, I think it's called.
is that new or is that something that they remaking?
It's been out for a while, but like a new season's coming out.
I've been hearing about
So
that too.
yeah, so I'm supposed to catch up by the
That's
30th,
hilarious that you watching that.
yeah, it's just like so
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to catch up with that, and I feel like there was something else that just came out.
gotcha, Kuda.
Uh, mm,
Is it a movie or a
oh
show?
well,
Alien
it's a
Earth.
show. No.
Mm.
Is it? I don't know. It's some show on Netflix that I saw.
Okay.
Yeah,
Love
that's about
Island.
it. I would say that I started Terrifier 3 finally because it came out on streaming.
Yeah.
And I watched about 40 minutes of it, and I will say y'all are some weirdos who like this thing because it is so just wild and gruesome and over the top that only it took 40 minutes into this thing, and I'm like, yo,
They're doing the most.
This is too much. Like this is not even a horror. This is just nastiness. So
yeah.
Whoever's a super fan
More
of
than Tarantino.
Yeah. I mean, this is just top of the line.
I've never seen Terrifier, so I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I
it's
just know what
definitely
the
not
bad
gonna be
guy
your
look
speed.
like.
Yeah. Definitely. If someone had a Terrifier tattoo, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
Did you know that they're making a TV show for it? I thought that was a movie.
I did. I thought that was coming out.
Yeah.
I thought it was just in the works though.
Nah, I mean like I seen a date when I was on HBO.
Bad. Nice.
About to come out, and I've seen
maybe I'll do a rewatch
I've seen
of it.
like
That sounds fun.
first looks of something. I don't know what it was, but I didn't watch it. I was scared.
You've seen both though, right?
No, I've seen the first It and never got to the second one. Or no, I've seen the old It. I haven't seen the new It.
Oh, and you'd love the new ones.
But bro, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. 100%.
For real?
No, that's when I knew I didn't like scary stuff, bro. That was the movie.
As a kid, it was weird.
We watched it. I was staying over at my cousin's house, and she had her window open because they like to had the breeze come in, and I knew he was just gonna.
Yeah.
You know, he opened the drain, took somebody down it, bro. Nah, I'm good. One day, maybe one day. All lights on.
I think you would like both of those movies.
I like the actors, so I think I would like the movie.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just like,
it does have creepy parts.
Like,
I think you could get through it.
That's the thing, because like I've been building up like calluses at this point. You know, I've seen more scary stuff this year than I've ever seen. in my lifetime, probably.
Yeah.
So like,
So
I'm
you're
not
saving it
saying
up
I
for next
couldn't
year.
do it, but maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, okay.
Yeah. And
Check
I
that.
think I'll just do a scary movie rampage on in October.
Rampage. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's it. That's it. What you geeked about, G?
Um, First things first, man. A lot. That's a lot. But I'm excited that
Gotcha, Akuda.
no, hold on, hold on.
Dang,
Let me cook. I'm excited because this last like 2 months been crazy. I feel like every weekend been something going on. And last weekend it was like 3 things going on. So my social battery is cooked. It's done. It's over with. So I'm excited. It's a new term for the winter arc. That's the great lock-in. I'm excited for the great lock-in. So I've been waiting for it. I mean, it's already done started technically, but like a lot of stuff is on the way as far as content wise, and really starting to ramp back up on things. And then the next thing, since you said, because like there's stuff that I'll be watching, but I'll be like, I'm never going to probably talk about it. But since we're on the pod and it's the 200th episode, I'll talk about this one because you brought up what'd you
Interview
say?
with a vampire.
Yeah, Interview with a Vampire. So
Yeah.
I was scrolling on Netflix and I was like, man, I need something else to watch. I've been watching, um, Evangelion. I've been watching BoJack Horseman
Yeah.
and just some random stuff, bro. And I was like, you know what? I never watched before that I've heard so much about, and I'm like, yo, this launched careers and stuff like that. Sex and the City. I started watching that, bro, and it's so weird seeing
Is
so
it
many
good?
people. First few episodes is good. I'm enjoying
Okay.
the first few episodes, but it's like I'm enjoying it not necessarily for the story yet because I don't really care yet, but like seeing all these people that I know now for different things in this movie. So like, or in this show. So like, Harvey from Suits is in the show, but he's like mega young,
Yeah.
And then like, Mozzie from White Collar, one of my other favorite shows, is in this show. I'm like, yo, who else I'm going to see? I saw Fancy. I saw like a whole bunch of people, and I'm like, yo, I'm finna actually watch this because I was just like, not like
No,
just to see
I've heard
what's
it's
going
top
on.
tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, since you brought up that, I'll bring up that, little side project. But outside of that, Rick and Morty, bro. The new season of Rick and Morty
Dang it.
is so good. Like it's the best
Okay.
season in a while, and
Okay.
it hasn't
I'm
come
gonna
out
have
for
to.
a
I'm gonna have
minute.
to.
But like, the only thing I'm gonna say is James Gunn. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta watch it for yourself. But that joint is elite. And then the next thing was Rick and Morty. I'm almost done with Evangelion. And
Nice.
that show is just like, it's not big brain, but it's deep. It's very deep.
Nice.
And I'm like, it's not even so much about the mecha anime stuff side of it. It's more about the people, which I'm assuming that's probably what it's going a lot of joints going to be, unless it's like, Gundam, something like that, where it's like, mech focused. Yeah. But
I've heard people like it once they find a favorite person in Evangelion.
Yeah, I won't even say I have a favorite person.
Really?
Yeah, it's more so the world. I really want to understand like the angels and like the where they come from, and just Nerve and all the lore. That's what I'm mainly interested in. But I just finished episode 20. If you know about episode 20, it gets weird. It's an older show, so maybe that's why. But don't see the purpose. I get what they're trying to do, but it's like it got weird, Chris. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And then what else, bruh? I feel like that's it. I was thinking about going to see Demon Slayer again too, but in English.
Yeah, dub.
Like, yeah, I think that might be a move for this week because it's about to be spooky season, and
Yeah.
I already got a lot to look forward to at this point.
Yeah.
So, last thing, they put out something for the Mandalorian Grogu movie. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, I saw that people were reacting to it, and I was like, dang, it's already about to come out. Can't watch it. I don't want to watch it yet because I don't want to see nothing. I've seen it, but I didn't watch it though. You know, so I just
Gonna
scrolled.
be ranting, y'all.
I just scrolled, bro. Nah,
Check
it's not
the
even like
TikTok
that.
spot.
It's not even like that. It's not even like that. But one thing I will be ranting about at some point, and I'll just give y'all already know how I feel about the Demon Slayer movie. But one thing that I will be ranting about is I've been seeing a lot of Akaza love out there that I'm not saying is not deserving because he is goated, but I just must be cold hearted, bro. Cause I seen youngins crying. I seen like people like doing the whole adding the clip to is like he was the best guy around, and it's like didn't he murder people? What murder?
What
like that.
murder?
I don't even figure out what that's from, but like I'm just seeing a whole lot of that around, and I think I might make a video about it just because like it's something about I feel like I just did not care. I was just keeping the book. I just did not really care that much as everybody else, and it's not that I don't understand why, but like that's not why I was there.
Yeah, sure.
And I feel like not that goes over people's heads by any means, but like it's interesting to see like the things that people care about the most about a specific movie. That I'm like, yo, we not even at the part yet though. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know that wasn't it. Like, you know. So it's just interesting to see like how that like didn't play as much of a like effect on me when I'm ready to just like completely forget everything that he done did. And just like, cause he killed my favorite character, but it's like I am willing to like agree that like, nah, this was a good backstory as far as like, you know, what it was, but it's like it's not to the point where I'm just like, yeah, nah, this is my guy, you know? Like I'm not there. I don't know how y'all get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't. But I can say that about the whole show though. But yeah, man. That was the last thing that I want to bring up before we get up out of here. Chris, you got anything else to say for the people before we take our season?
Nah, thanks for always supporting the podcast. Me and G always love doing this every time. It's time, and certain movies, certain shows gets us like extra geek to come on the podcast and talk about it because we gotta like hold back kind of what we think about these shows and movies. Because sometimes we have a movie club and we watch stuff together and we can't really like divulge too much, so it can be as raw as possible when we're podcasting about this stuff. So just thanks for all the support, and
because we'd be doing this even if we wasn't podding anyway. Like it was like,
yeah, to be honest,
like we was already podding before the pod started.
Yeah, there's just so much to talk about. Like, I mean, you just highlighted it, like to see what you think about what aspect spoke more to you and how that can affect like your score or deep down how you felt overall about it. It's just so interesting. So doing the podcast and everyone supporting it and, you know, clipping stuff and making the spicy takes. It's a lot of fun being on this pod, and thanks for always having me on, G.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Couldn't do it without you, Brody. All right. That's going to do it for us. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button below if you have not already. And we'll see y'all next season. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.